All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and citations to the elect. We're the brothers from Great Millstone, Miami, and Brother Loya with me.
Jeremiah.
And what we'll be entitling this lesson is "Ye shall be hated of all men." Okay, and that's drawn from the scripture where Yahweh told his disciples, "Okay, ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake." Okay, and that's something that we have to understand, we have to accept and remember and call to mind in this truth. Okay, constantly and repeatedly. Okay, that preaching His word is what the Most High set us up to do. Okay, the Most High set up the apostles last. He sent out the prophets in the last days, and people do hate us. Okay, because of it. All right, a lot of opposition, a lot of hatred. There are people who want to kill us. Okay, that seek to do us harm because we confess the words of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, just as they hated Yahweh Shai. Okay, just as they hated the ancient prophets and apostles, just like they hate the apostles and elders of Great Millstone now. Okay, just like they hated all the men of the Lord. Okay, Moses, Aaron, okay, Samuel. All right, the judges were hated. Okay, all right, you had Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezekiel, Daniel. That's the narrative. Okay, and nonetheless, okay, we have to accept it, embrace it, and endure. All right, because by partaking of these sufferings, we are partakers of who? Yahweh Shai's sufferings. Okay, and if we suffer with Him, we shall be glorified together, man. All right, so pretty much this is just bringing it out in the scriptures, man, so brothers understand it, and so that when it comes, when persecution arises for the word, okay, we not offended, okay, and by, they are offended, like Yahweh said, okay, and it's a glorious thing, man. Rejoice when we persecuted, all right, because we persecuted for righteousness' sake. All right, so all of that being said, we're gonna start wherever the Spirit leads us, and Lord willing, this video is edifying.
It's the book of John, chapter 15, verse 17. These things I command you, that ye love one another. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love its own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you.
Right, okay. All right, so the Lord already told us, man, if we were the world would love His own, man. If we was out here rapping about popping mollies and, homosexuality and adultery and all this wickedness that's going on in the world, okay, and calling ourselves Black and African American and praising Esau or turning a blind eye to the wickedness, the world would love us, man. But because we are not of the world and the Most High chosen us out of the world, therefore the world hated us, man. Okay, why? Because we speak in the words of Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai, okay, came in the name of His Father, man. All right, so ultimately they hate Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Okay.
This is verse 20. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me.
Right. Okay. So that Yahweh Shai broke it down, man. Yahweh Shai was persecuted. We're gonna be persecuted too. All right. If they don't obey, if they didn't obey Yahweh Shai, they're not gonna obey us.
Right.
Okay. And that's because they don't know the Father. Period. Ain't no two ways about it. All right. It ain't no two ways about it. Most High bringing judgment upon these people because they wicked. Okay. If you hate the prophets, you come up against the men of the Lord. You misuse the prophets. You mock the prophets. It's because you wicked. That's it. Okay. It ain't no two ways about it, man. All right. And that's the comfort right there, man. They're wicked. Okay. And Lord willing, we the righteous, man. Just like Cain slew Abel, man. Okay. Why? Because Abel's works were righteous and Cain's works were wicked. Okay.
This is verse 22. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sin. He that hateth me hateth my Father also. If I had not done among them the works which none other man did, they had not had sin. But now have they both seen and hated both me and my Father. But this cometh to pass, that the word might be fulfilled that is written in their law, they hated me without a cause.
Right. Okay. So again, man, Yahweh Shai came and He spoke. Okay. and they prior to that they would not have had it. They would have had an excuse. Okay. But now they don't have no excuse, man. All right. And the same thing now, man. The Lord put His Spirit on His prophets, man. The testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. Okay. All right, we out there teaching and preaching the word, man. They don't have no excuse, man, and that's what it is. The wickedness is being exposed by the prophets, man, and that's why they hate the men of the Lord, man. Okay, and that's again that goes back to what they hate the Father and they hate Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, which all we doing, all we speaking is righteousness for the good of our people. Okay, and the good of the earth, really, you know. All right, but they don't see it that way, man. Okay, and that's because they don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, this is Amos chapter 5 verse 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Okay, so there you have it right there, man. All right, they hate us because we speaking uprightly, we coming out the scriptures, okay, and we're proving them according to the scriptures, man, and that's why they hate us. What you got, bro?
John 16 verse 1. These things have I spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended. They shall put you out of the synagogues, yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth God's service.
Right, and that happened back then to the ancient apostles and prophets, and it may very well happen to us now, man. People may very well seek to kill us, all right, which they already do it in their own mind, because if you bear hatred to for your brother without cause, all right, you are a murderer, man. Okay, and you see the apostle and elder of Great Millstone getting slandered, brothers getting slandered. Okay, all of a sudden John the Baptist not in the truth. Hey, man, and they think they in the right spirit. Okay, they think they in the right spirit, but don't be offended, because Yahweh told us this was gonna happen anyway.
So they in the spirit of Cain.
They in the spirit of Cain.
They're murderer.
That's it.
Verse 3. And these things will they do unto you, because they have not known the Father nor me. So ultimately, they don't know Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's it.
That's why they saying John the Baptist not in the truth.
Right.
They hate the prophets.
God.
They hate John the Baptist.
Right. Slandering the men of the Lord, calling us pedophiles or rapists. We ain't do nothing, bro. Stop it, bro. You getting cut through the spirit. We coming out the scriptures. You offended. This you just don't love. You just don't love the Lord. You don't like the Bible. Just put it. Just stop acting.
Yep.
Circumcision, stay acting, man. Day of the circumcision, stay acting, bro. Jake, stay acting, bro. Stop acting, bro. You exposed, bro. Damn.
The scriptures say unruly vain talkers.
Right.
Verse 4. But these things have I told you, that when the time shall come, ye may remember that I told you of them. And these things I said not unto you at the beginning, because I was with you. Yeah, so there's no need for us to be offended if they hate us and stuff like that, because it's already written that these people gonna hate us, So, hey,
it is what it is. This is 1 John chapter 3 verse 12. Now as Cain, who was of that wicked one, and slew his brother, and wherefore slew he him, because his own works were evil, and his brother's righteous. Marvel not, my brethren, if the world hates you. Ye know that we have passed from death to life, because we love the brethren, and he that loveth not his brother abideth in death. Okay? All right? So the world hate us. Why? Because we love the brethren, man. What we doing, all right, the word that we pushing is out of love, man. Okay? Even when we say Esau got to be destroyed, America got to be destroyed, okay, Esau going to slavery, that's love, man. Because if the Lord don't come back and do that this nigga finna just wipe everybody out, man. Okay? All right? Wickedness is going to pollute the earth till there ain't nobody left, man. Okay? And that's righteous judgment, man. Esau's the wicked, and he pushes wickedness on earth, man. So even down to the judgment of the wicked, that's love, man. Okay? When we tell our people not to eat pork, not to commit adultery, not to be a murderer, not to envy your brother, not to hate your neighbor, that's out of love, man. Okay? Tell the men and the women of our nation to get in order, man. As rough as it may be, that's out of love, man. We putting our lives on the line to do that, man. Okay? That's love, man. Okay? All right, and the world don't like that, because the spirit of the world is do as thou wilt. Okay, and when you bring order out of love, they hate that, man. Okay, they hate that, man. But that's the example that Yahweh Shai gave, man. Even though people hated him, the same people that he hated is the same people that crucified him, and he died for their sins, man. Okay, and we put our lives as a living sacrifice after the example of Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, so if they don't like it, death to them, man. Because if they can either repent and be saved, or not repent, and they're going to be destroyed at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? All right, and if we suffer with Yahweh Shai, we're going to be glorified together anyway. Okay, so, it ain't no big deal, man.
Like, all that's in the world is the lust of the flesh, the pride of life.
Right.
That's what they're embodying. That's what they're living in. This 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1. For as much then as Hamashiach hath suffered for us in the flesh, Arm yourselves likewise with the same mind, for he that hath suffered in the flesh hath ceased from sin. You got it, bro.
Come on, man. All right, so the same way Yahushua suffered in the flesh, we're supposed to arm ourselves likewise with the same mind, man. Okay, Yahushua went through everything that we go through plus more. All right, it says that there's not a temptation that he didn't go through, man. Okay, we have not a high priest that cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted yet as we are yet without sin, man. That's in the book of Hebrews, man. So Yahushua went through everything that we go through plus more, man. You gotta understand, Yahushua really drunk the cup of the Lord's chastisement and indignation, man, for our sake, man. And he did it willfully and willingly. Okay, willingly did it. All right. All right, so we're supposed to arm ourselves with the same mind, man. Whatever it is that we got to go through, we got to go through, even if it comes down to our own lives, man. Okay?
Verse 2, that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of God.
That's right, man. Okay, and when you suffer, and what suffering does is it helps you mortify the flesh. Okay, it helps you want to be more and more obedient to Yahweh Shem Shai if the Lord is dealing with you. Okay? All right, if you walk in the spirit and you see the benefit of it, all right, then suffering makes you more submissive to Yahweh Shem Shai, man. And if that's what you really desire to be submissive to Yahweh Shem Shai, to endure hardness, okay, to suffer so that we may reign with him, then you're gonna accept it, man. Okay? That's why the scriptures say, think it not strange, the fiery trial which is to try you.
You got that right here.
You got it, bro.
Jump down to verse 12, it says, Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach, happy are ye. For the spirit of glory of the Most High resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. And that's right, man. We're what? Partakers of Yahweh's sufferings. And that's a good thing, because it's better to suffer now than to suffer in those nuclear missiles.
Right.
You know?
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9. For I think that the Most High hath set forth the apostles last, as it were approved to death, appointed, but it's supposed to say appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle unto the world and to angels and to men. Okay, all right. So the Most High set up the apostles last, man, in these latter days, man, as it were appointed to death, man. All right, which we actually being watched, man. All right, in the spirit realm. Okay, the same way there was a council in the heavens over Job's life and his fidelity. That's the same thing that's going on with us, man. When we suffer afflictions and persecutions, man. Okay. We are fools for Yahweh's sake, but ye are wise in Hamashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised. Even unto this very hour, we both hunger and thirst, and are naked and are buffeted, and have no certain dwelling place, and labor, working with our own hands. Being reviled, we bless. Being persecuted, we suffer it. Being defamed, we entreat. We are made as the filth of the world, and are the offscouring of all things unto this day, man. Okay, so we suffer, man. We suffer, and we supposed to bear it, man. Okay, for the benefit of the body. All right, and that's what it is, man. You got a lot of people who learn from the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and the brothers in Great Millstone that turn around talking shit. Okay,
right.
All right, and they're honorable and they looked and highly esteemed and shit. Okay, all right, but that's what Paul warned the Corinthians about, man.
Right.
Okay, all right. He says, "Well, I write not these things to shame you, but as my beloved sons, I warn you, man." Okay. All right, because suffering is really the mark of who the Lord dealing with, man. Okay, not like how they teach you in the world. Okay, you get the new Benz, you get the new car, you get the new house, you get this and that. Okay, that means that the Lord's dealing with you. Okay, right. Like T.D. Jakes and Creflo Dollar prosperity BS, man.
Right.
Okay, what marks the men of the Lord, those that believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai in this age till the kingdom come, is you suffering for righteousness' sake. Okay, and you ain't gonna find me nowhere from Genesis to Revelation that teach otherwise. That's what it is. Okay, anybody else teaching some other shit, they lying, man. Okay, so take it, man. All right, and accept it and embrace it and know that that's what's coming, because this persecution is gonna come for real. The enemy is gonna come in like a flood. The devil's coming down with great wrath. All of that. Okay, All right, and we may be very well tried unto death, man. But the Lord said, "Be thou faithful unto death, I will give you the crown of life." Okay.
And those that's learning from the apostles and been unruly, vain talkers, they disobedient children, man.
Mm-hmm.
They have no respect for the true prophets, because they hate the prophets. They hate the apostles. This is Luke chapter 6, verse 22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. And that's what's happening right now, man. They talking mad stuff about us, and it's not true. They slandering our names. You know, just people in general. They hate the prophets.
Right, and you can best believe there's people that want to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which brothers have received all type of threats. All right, people want our heads. There are people out there that want to kill us. Specifically, have specific hatred for brothers, man. Out there pushing the word, man. Okay, so when we say we put our lives as a living sacrifice, and Elder Malcolm and Chicago be saying risking their lives and their freedom to do so, that shit real. Okay, that's true. Okay, because people really want to kill us, man.
So, hey, count yourself blessed because you're doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
They hate you. Verse 23, rejoice ye in that day and leap for joy. For behold, your reward is great in heaven. And that's a promise.
Mm-hmm.
For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. So the prophets was always hated. Even John the Baptist was hated. Verse 24, but woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. And that's it right there.
Mm-hmm. Right. This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Okay, so rejoice and be exceeding glad. It's frustrating, of course. All right, we're going to show visible discomfort and anger, as the ancient prophets did too. Because the ancient prophets used to rebuke people, curse them out and all of that, you know, when people came against them, nonetheless. But we still rejoice in it, though. Why? Because we understand that we have a reward in heaven, okay? And this is the same narrative that's been happening, all right? And that the Lord is with us anyway. Verse 13, ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt hath lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under the foot of men. Okay, and what's the salt? The salt is the truth, man. Okay, the salt is this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Okay, all right. So we're supposed to keep that salt. We're supposed to keep that wisdom with us, man. All right, even in the midst of the afflictions and the persecutions, man, lest we be trodden under the foot of men. Okay, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but put it on a candlestick, that it give it light to all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven, man. Okay? All right, so even though we going through these persecutions and people hate us, the Lord said, hey, man, you the salt and the light of the earth, man.
Right.
Okay? Y'all got this, man. Y'all the best thing going, man. Right. Okay? Let your light so shine before men. And even, you know, you're going to be persecuted, but there's going to be some people that's going to see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven and repent.
Can't help but to prophesy.
Right. You know? That's what it is, man. Okay? And that's your part, man. And the Lord said that he's not going to take or destroy anything from the law and the prophets, man. Which that's the words we speak, and it's the words of prophecy anyway, man. So everything that we say through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to happen.
A lot of these people are scared because you can go into the coronavirus and different things, but you want to say that John the Baptist not the truth. Mm-hmm. You're really scared.
Right.
You really don't want Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You really don't want Yahushua to come back. You don't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yep.
You're a false teacher. You're a false prophet, man.
Right. God, I got another thing here. This is Luke 21:13, and it goes to verse 12. It says, but before all these they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you and deliver you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. Okay, so it's gonna come to pass that certain brothers might be arrested or appear before mayors, governors, whatever. Okay, it's possible. All right, and it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts not to meditate before what ye shall answer, for I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. Okay, so we don't have to sit and meditate what we're gonna say or anything like that. The Spirit may not have you say anything, just like it was with Yahushua. He kept his peace for the most part. Okay, or the Spirit might have you be bold and say something or whatever. You know. Verse 16, it says, "And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But there shall not a hair of your head perish."
Promise.
That's a promise. And your patience possess your souls, man. Okay, so that's a promise. No matter what, we gonna be good.
Right.
Okay, all right.
We got Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, start from verse 10. You can break it down if you want. It says, "Let us oppress the poor righteous man, let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law. He objecteth to our infamy, the transgressings of our education. He professeth to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he calleth himself the child of the Most High."
And that's the mindset of the wicked, man. All right, they envy us because we calling them out according to the scriptures, man. And so what do? They oppress the poor and righteous men. Okay, they don't regard the widow. They don't care. Okay,
Right.
so really, what that's going into is how, because we say that the Lord is dealing with us and He's gonna deliver us, and we the sons of the Most High, and we got the Spirit and all of that. They hate that because we calling them out, and basically what they're gonna do is they're gonna try to persecute you to put that to the test. Okay, just like they did Yahushua. Oh, if he be the Son of God, let the Most High deliver him, and let him deliver himself from the cross, man.
Right.
Okay, all right. Which none of that matter, because hey, whether we live or die, it's unto the Lord anyway. So fuck all that. Just to put it plainly. All right. So hey, just wanted to bring that out through the Spirit, man. Hey, Lord willing, it was edifying, man. The Lord with us regardless, man. Okay, we're gonna be hated, but hey, embrace it, man, because they hate us and we hate this world too.
Yep.
Anyway, man, and the Lord gonna destroy this shit and deliver us. All right, so with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakodash.
and of honor to the elder apostles, great millstone, and salutations to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.